starting. Oh, we're live. Hey, look at that. Chatterbox 98, a holly jolly hangout with Day Talk One, Skittles McStabby Pants.
Yeah. Nice.
Unfortunately, Daddy couldn't be here because he's probably at work. I'm going to try to remember
Daddy
that.
Tune in.
I'm going to try to remember to call Engelhardt Daddy at least once.
Yeah.
It sounds so creepy, especially from me. Like,
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Daddy. If you're lurking in the chat, press 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, it's what is it? Darn it. I think he meant to write in like dude or something. Like, what did he try to text me? Because I don't remember how he did it, but he accidentally basically inferred that he was dad.
Nice. Yeah, I guess if anybody's the father figure.
Oh yeah. I was asking him if he was, or no, he was saying why he didn't make it the night. And he was like, I was pretty dad.
Mm-hmm. Pretty dad. Well, see, he didn't make it Sunday because he was had a raging headache or something like that. Right.
And I was like, we just assumed you were like exhausted from like moving, like just fucking done. And he was, oh yeah, I was pretty dad. And I'm like, oh, and now we will call you daddy. And he didn't respond to that. So I assume he probably definitely wants it.
I was pretty dead, I assume is what
he meant to say. Yeah, I was pretty dead, but he said I was pretty dad. And I'm like, yep, now he's daddy.
Why the hell are we not going to call him pretty dad?
We could call him pretty dad. That works. Pretty dad.
Come on, dude. He set it up perfectly, dude. We got to refer to Engelhardt as pretty dad from now on.
Pretty dad. I don't know. I like daddy.
Yeah, that's all right too.
It's a little
pretty
creepy.
Dad's pretty good. Yeah, either way.
Both of them are awesome. You call him pretty dad, I'll call him daddy. It'll work out in the end.
Yeah, we'll go with our own preferences on that one.
At some point, he's just gonna be like, "Fucking stop."
That'll teach you not to check your text before you send them.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw an article. I didn't even bother to read it, but I thought it was like funny because it was about the New York Times getting busted peddling fake news, and then they just doubled down. And I'm like, isn't that fucking all of them?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that that's news for any of the news outlets. Like, they're all liars. That's the fucking point. But nobody trusts any of them anymore.
Yeah, that's why their fucking approval rating, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is like 16%. Like the news media overall.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, and they're all losing tons of money.
Yeah, and they don't fucking they don't get it. Well, either that or whoever's in charge is like, nope, we're gonna keep doing it.
No, CNN has had what, like 2 or 3 different rounds of layoffs.
Yeah,
and you think at a certain point you'd be like, well, fuck, this is not profitable.
Right.
I guess
get back to like reporting the news.
Yeah, I'd love to see that from all of them, because it really is. It's like pick your ideology on the fucking late news. It's like, do you really Republican or are you really fucking Democrat? Pick one, and they're going to tell you what you want to be true, but you're never going to know if any of it's really true.
Yeah, no, it's it's the reason that it's kind of given rise to people like on YouTube that do any kind of news or that kind of shit, is because everyone's so fucking full of shit. Nobody's interested in the truth. Yeah, everybody just wants to push their own ideology.
That milquetoast fucking pussy bitch Phil DeFranco has a show out of it.
Yeah.
I don't
hate
Phil DeFranco, but he's so fucking weak.
Yeah, he's a fence rider for sure, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
He doesn't really express much. Sometimes he does, but I see what you mean, dude.
But even when he expresses something, it's almost always like pretty much an acceptable fucking response. Oh, hey, we got Newton and Stenchebber both in there.
Stenchebber hasn't been around in a bit, has he? Yeah. Frist. Yeah, good job, Frist.
Although on a personality level, I think Philip DeFranco is fine. I just wish he would stop being such a bitch.
Right.
And just have an opinion. Like you don't have to always have the same or appropriate opinion. Just have an opinion once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to seem genuine. Yeah, instead of well, this is probably what most people will accept.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, although again, it does seem like he tries to report the actual facts as he sees them.
He does. So, I think he probably makes more of an effort by a million times than either CNN or Fox to actually give you something that probably is true.
Yeah, or
as
at least
much as he can.
Right. Yeah, having to sift through all the bullshit out there, it's got to be tough. So, any effort that anybody makes to try to determine what's actual objective fact is good.
I just like making fun of him because he's an easy target.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be honest.
But who else? Matt Christensen's really good about
Matt Christensen. Yeah, well, he's come out and admitted when he was wrong.
Yeah.
I think Sargon used to be really good at that kind of stuff, but now he's more. I think he's more and more into like that sort of ideological camp.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Seems like it's inevitable, man. You get too much of a following, kind of a curse. That's why we like to keep ours almost non-existent. To keep ourselves pure. We don't want a bunch of followers screwing up our our heads, getting all arrogant.
Yeah, really. Well, I'm pretty biased. I'm an asshole. So I don't know what that biases me towards, but I'm definitely honest about it at least.
Yeah, but no, I think we both try to fucking again be honest with what we're fucking talking about. It's not bullshitting anybody. Because
absolutely.
Very hey, Mad Benno showed up.
Oh, yeah, Mad Benno man.
Yeah, you know what else is pretty good is H.A. Goodman. I don't know if you follow H.A. Goodman.
I'm following him.
Yeah, you might want to give him a follow, dude. He's he deals a lot more with the Trump, the FBI bullshit, the DOJ bullshit.
I love how they're trying to downplay that. Like the president of the United States might have used the FBI as a method of spying on opposition campaigns. Trump is not wrong when he says if that can be proven, it's fucking huge. Way bigger than any prior scandal. I mean, the only thing that could be bigger than that, I would think, that's happened already is if we found out that it really was the CIA that had fucking Kennedy killed. If they could prove the CIA was directly behind it or something, that might supersede the FBI spying on political campaigns. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts, man. So yeah, he covers that pretty detailed. He puts out a lot of videos actually. Yeah. He's in Styx territory as far as how many videos he puts out, dude.
Oh no.
They're good shit.
Keep up with Styx. I'll watch Styx every now and again, but I cannot keep up with him every day. I wish I could.
Yeah, I can't. I used to for a little bit, but yeah, after a while, you're like, all right, buddy, it's just too fucking much. Yeah.
Oh, he has clickbait titles though. Oh no,
does he? I don't really notice titles much.
Clickbait is if you say there's something in there, but it's not really. So you have a picture of a big-titted hot babe. And then you click on the video, and there's never at any point that big-titted hot babe. It's clickbait. But Mad Benno Man has a point. That's a fair caveat if it can be proven. That being the key. I think there was some stuff going on. I don't know if it went that far. I'm sure something hinky was up.
Yeah, that's what they're kind of. What he's kind of in his latest videos, kind of what he's alluding to is that fucking. Everybody's going to end up turning on everybody.
Yeah, I think that's what's keeping everybody out of jail is everybody's protecting each other. So it's going to be like a house of cards or a domino effect where one person is going to get proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. They're going to be like, oh, fuck, we got one. And then that person's going to turn on somebody, and then that other person, and it's just going to go and everybody's going to go to jail. There'll be Trump and half his cabinet left and all of Congress in jail at that point.
It'd be something fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, Jinx is here. We apparently are supposed to adore Jinx. According,
Right.
according to Jinx in the chat,
Yeah.
we should go.
Oh, okay. I see what Stench saying, because he does put breaking news in his fucking
breaking news
in
every
his
video.
things,
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
Yeah. So
That's not the
not
worst as far as clickbait goes.
right.
For me, the
Yeah.
only really egregious clickbait is when they're like, cute little puppies, and then the whole video is just like something entirely different. It has nothing to do with puppies. It's like,
There's
all
no
right,
cute
fuck
little
off,
puppies
man.
to be found. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. But
Like,
yeah,
it's
now
just
that he
like
mentioned it, he does do that.
dancing in his pajamas and pretending to be a Jedi with a fucking lightsaber or something. You're like, that's not a puppy.
Damn. But yeah, no, he's pretty good. Again, he like I said, he's one of the few that I've found that actually covers all that shit. That again should be in the fucking news, should be fucking huge.
Yeah.
But everybody's fucking, doing their best to ignore it, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I would love to, honestly, I want to see some people getting caught for all these crimes. There's a lot of people committing some crimes, and I'd like to see all of them going on trial. Like, whether they end up going to jail or not, I'd like to see at least a trial.
Right.
Like, we know for a fact Hillary Clinton destroyed evidence that was subpoenaed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
dude, that's so ridiculous, dude.
Like, that's
you had pointed out. Yeah, I think you had pointed out that intent doesn't matter in those particular crimes.
Yeah, no,
that was her excuse evidence for not like, oh, she didn't know. Oh, she knows.
But she had no. There's no way to say she didn't know that makes any logical sense.
Yeah, like if you're that
in the course of a criminal investigation, or a warrant or whatever it is, it's like you can't turn around and hide that. But that she's not the only one, though. There's a whole lot of other people, probably on both sides, who've committed a lot of crimes.
Yeah.
You're starting to find out, like, there's just, like, incidental crimes that people have committed in the process of politics in general. Like, and some of the people that have been hauled out of Trump's camp.
Right. Yeah, the whole system is pretty much corrupt, dude. So, yeah, it would be nice.
I want to see all of these people on trial. I don't care which side they're on. I want to see some jail time.
Yeah, you might put a little fear into them to fucking act right. I think it's been so many fucking decades and decades. They've gotten way more brazen about how fucking corrupt they are. You
know what? I was just thinking. Okay, so Mad Metal said he'd love to see DC as a whole brought to trial, the crooked cops, the gang members, the politicians. And I was just thinking, Escape from LA. We'll just make DC one of, like, it's a prison and they're all stuck there. We'll build a fucking wall around it.
Yeah, build that fucking wall. Yeah.
Then we'd also get all the fucking what do you call those? The people that bribe the politicians professionally. I forget what they're called. Lobbyists.
Yeah.
We get all the lobbyists in there too, because they're obviously going to be right there.
Right. They will be, solidly planted to the asses of the politicians, dude.
Oh, man, that'd be glorious. Just fucking dump in. Well, they probably already got plenty of guns. Like, just dump in a bunch of guns and knives and fucking wall it off so they can't get out and see what happens.
Have at it, fellas.
Good luck, fellas. You're never getting out. Life sentences for all of you.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. Yeah. No, like I said, there's very few politicians anywhere, man. Trey Gowdy seems to be okay, and that's really the only one I can think of offhand.
Well, there's a few that I think are honest. I'm sure Trey Gowdy isn't the only one. There's other people that are probably honest.
Right. Yeah, I just can't think of any offhand.
Just get obscured and lost in the mix because all these other people who are colluding and corroborating and basically ripping off the country basically keep those people from being ever really noticed by the news.
Right. Yeah, they're not part of the club. They won't play ball, as they say. So they're not part of the little fucking club, dude. Or the rather large club, I guess, actually.
The rather large club, yeah. Oh, man. So that's a depressing subject.
Yeah.
But I've got an even more depressing subject that I thought was kind of funny and a little sad.
Okay.
All right, let me get this set up here.
Do we need a drum roll or?
So,
fuck!
Yeah, this bitch has a fucking 18K Kickstarter thing.
Jesus Christ.
And I guess this is just stuff for the fucking. She just wants money. Like, give me money so I can have money.
Yeah.
Like, here's one of the things.
Sick,
why do we need LGBT stuff explained to children? I don't agree with that. Like, you don't teach kindergartners about straight sex, do you? I mean,
yeah, no, it's ridiculous, dude. It reeks of fucking grooming to me, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's sick, dude. It seems like some fucking pedo bullshit, dude.
Oh, here's the biggest lie on the planet. Here's where the money is going. The crew is this big green thing. Okay. Guest stipends, food, post-production equipment, set, costumes and props, Kickstarter costs. I wonder if like 90% of this crew bubble is just the girl who's on the screen.
Right. Yeah, and whoever wiggles the fucking bear around.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like 3 or 4 friends that come over and like they all get fucking wasted and eat each other's pussies and make a video.
Right.
But let's be fair. Like, she's definitely probably taking the lion's share of the money. I guarantee most of this is just not real.
Yeah, it's bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
so you're not a nonprofit. Made it, right? And it looks like she was goddamn close to fucking hitting her $18,000 goal.
I think she will make it. I don't think it's closed yet.
Yeah, I think it said it was 7. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, no, yeah, it says it's
I think it literally just happened because it was 17 something.
You saw it here first. Queer kids managed to get their $18,000 goal. That's
when you first put it on, it was 17 something, dude. So
yeah, it was just under it. Yeah. So
was it you guys in the fucking crowd here to fuck with us?
I really don't see anybody in our crowd.
Yeah,
like we're all pretty deviant, but there's a line.
Like, no, not even as a joke. I'm not putting money into that fucking.
Well, you could always refuse chargeback, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It pisses me off. I really don't like that queer.
No, it's fucking horrible, dude. It's really disgusting, man. Yeah, you're fucking trying to teach fucking because again, I believe her stated goal, her stated target audience is 4 to 7-year-olds, dude.
Well, that's not okay.
Know about that shit, dude.
Honestly, I as much as it leaves open a lot of room for like sort of religious abuse and stuff like that, I really do think that should be up to the parents, like whether or not that kind of stuff is available for their kids.
Yeah.
And not just like up on a YouTube for anybody to watch. Like, if you're trying to fucking manipulate children for your political fucking gain or your ideological gain, like, that's not. I don't know.
It's fucked up, dude.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem.
Again, I'm not saying that from any kind of puritanical or like, no, don't tell the kids about it. Like, they just, again, do not need to fucking know that shit at that age, dude. It's ridiculous. Yeah, to think they do, man.
Any of this stuff, like they don't need to know about like how straight people fucking work or gay people work. Just let them be kids, man.
Exactly. Yeah, and they don't need that knowledge at that point, like at all, or at least not anything in depth. You know what I mean? Incredibly rudimentary knowledge is all they need. They don't need fucking YouTube videos about it.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I don't know, man. Mad Metal Man. I like Mad Metal. No, I teach children to think for themselves and try not to be shitty to one another. See, my problem with kids and why people I don't like kids or being around kids, I can't lie to kids. I won't.
Right.
I've always thought that is ridiculous, and I don't know what sort of weird, creepy fiction that their parents have given them. So I don't know what to not say.
Yeah.
Because if a kid asks me a question, I'm gonna give him an honest answer.
Right. Yeah, no.
I mean, I might not be graphic about it. If a kid says, "Where do babies come from?" I'm not going to be like, "It's the stork." I'm going to be like, men and women get together and they make babies together. And it's really gross until you're older.
Yeah. Again, no need to know the details for that.
Yeah, they don't even necessarily have all the details, but like, a man and a woman sleep together and they make a baby. And it's a choice that they make usually. But sometimes, like you, they're an accident.
Honestly, nowadays that's most of the time, dude. Let's be honest.
Nowadays it's most of the time. Yeah, I saw the best fucking commercial for condoms ever. It was just some dude like in a store, and his kid just goes and throws the craziest tantrum ever, like just fucking throwing shit and screaming. And at the end, it's like, this all could have been avoided if he used a condom.
I haven't seen that. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's probably more effective than anything else, dude.
Yeah, it was some sort of European commercial. It wasn't in English.
No, wow, that sucks.
Yeah, but it was
fucking protested here.
Oh man,
you can't say anything bad about children. Children are Jesus
Christ, Jinx. I love that. I told my daughter that kissing was sucking on the sweet end of 63 feet of intestine.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, at least it's the sweet end, I guess.
Stench ever, I'm not paying people to chat. I got no fucking money, dude. I don't make that much money.
It's all bots, dude. Come on.
Yeah, they're all bots. Oh, what was that? I had another thing about gay. What else did I have that was about gay? I had another story about gays. Oh, there we go. I guess the cake case finally made it to the Supreme Court.
Oh, right.
Cake shop thing.
Yeah.
So Master Peak, the decision was essentially that they didn't have to make the cake. But it was a really weak decision on the
yeah, I think I saw probably Ben Shapiro was like, dude, they basically didn't really have an opinion other than, like, they didn't really decide anything other than they had to bake the cake or something like that.
No, there's another case coming up that has similar issues involved, and I feel like this is a prelude, sort of like a let's ease into whatever it is they're going to decide. So it's a Colorado bakery, blah, blah, blah. Devout Christian. Basically, this goes over the thing that they didn't want to make the cake because it was in opposition to same-sex marriages. The couple filed a charge with the Colorado Civil Rights Commission pursuant to the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act, which prohibits, as relevant here, discrimination based on sexual orientation in a place of business engaged in any sales to the public in any place offering services to the public. So under the Colorado law, it would have been a violation of the civil rights. However, I believe the people who ran the bakery challenged that based on facial grounds, that it will always be unconstitutional to force a business to cater to anyone.
Yeah. I don't really see what the issue is.
Yeah, well, the commission then referred the case to formal hearing before a state administrative law judge. So a local judge who ruled that it was in fact against the cake and ruled in favor of the same-sex couple. Oh, so they argued on the First Amendment claims that requiring him to make create a cake for the same-sex wedding would violate his right to free speech by compelling him to exercise his artistic talents to express a message with which he disagreed and would violate his right to free exercise of religion. So this was really basically just a fuck up all around.
And
it was 7-2, so it wasn't a close decision, as the news says. Let's see, what was it? The laws and Constitution can, in some instances, must protect gay persons and gay couples in the exercise of their civil rights. But religions and philosophical objections to gay marriage are protected views, and in some instances, protected forms of expression.
Right. Yeah, I'd actually do. I don't get really get the objection to gay marriage at all, but anybody should be able to refuse business to anyone, really, for any reason. I think, and if you're a fucking asshole about it, they're going to go elsewhere, and you're going to fucking go out of business.
Well, and I think that they went about it the wrong way, because realistically, what they should have done is disagreed based on the freedom of religion. Their religion doesn't allow for that. They have every right to have that religion and not necessarily be willing to make a cake for somebody who doesn't agree with there's no reason that that wouldn't be a better defense. I think it would be a better defense. Just to say, look, we're Christian. Christianity does not allow for gay marriage, and you can't make us cater to people who violate our religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Now, then they might go out of business because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, well, I don't want to buy from the fucking hate cake shop. That's either going to happen or it's not. It's silly to. I don't know. I just don't think the law needs to get involved in every fucking tiny little thing.
Yeah. It should really let the market fucking decide.
Well, when it comes to like the right to refuse service, like everybody should have the right to refuse service to anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they should, they'll be subject to the consequences of that as well.
Yeah.
People are going to get pissed off and not use the business or whatever. If it's something that's fucked up or unreasonable, so be it. The market will fucking decide.
Or like Noob says, so you can come into a store drunk and they can't say no. Yeah, it's like it. At what point do you stop? Like, at what point does that not become absurd?
Right.
What was it? What was it? My mom was telling me earlier today. Her friend had a great idea to solve the, what do you call that? The gap between like the amount of money that people, like poor people have and rich people, the wage, and not the wage gap, but the
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, the disparity between like super rich and the super poor. And it was that every year they would pick the richest person and take like half their money away. And I'm like, fucking, that's insane. You're just going to arbitrarily take somebody's money every year.
Totally fair.
At what point does that, where do you stop on that? Like, do you just do that progressively get crazier and crazier? I mean,
all right, let's make it the two richest people this year, and then the three richest people.
Are we going to start taking like half the children away from the family with the most kids? I mean, what the fuck is this? At what point do you just say like, you can't arbitrarily take things?
Yeah, no, that's fucking ridiculous, dude.
I mean, there's a fair point to say that there is an absurd, the concept that somebody who runs a company should be getting like $500 million a year is pretty absurd. Like, there's no amount of work that's really worth that. But I don't think you get that resolved by just arbitrarily taking people's money. I think you get that resolved by making it easier for other people to compete.
Right.
More small businesses, more chance, and don't protect large businesses from going under. Allow them to go under and fail, because that creates more room for other businesses to grow.
Yeah, to be more efficient at whatever the fuck they failed at.
Yeah, it's against the law to do that, Jinx. Yeah, absolutely, because it's fucking insane. Yeah, I don't think that you have to punish the companies or the people that have made all this money. I think you need to take away their power to prevent competition.
Yeah, see, that's a big part of the issue is, any of the established businesses have, lobbied the fucking senators and House representatives, whatever, and, stack the deck more in their favor. That's the kind of shit you need to do away with.
Yeah. For instance, if you look at the amount of regulations it takes to start a business, it's grown exponentially since like the 60s. To the point where a small business costs like $100,000 and some odd $1,000 just for like regulatory fees. Like, we need to get rid of that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Let's make it a little more realistic, because I mean, obviously you're not going to, we're not talking about like, for instance, we're going to limit the amount of money that the CEO can make to only 4 times the lowest paid employee. That kind of like that shit just doesn't work, because it makes people not want to work. And it's similar to like socialism and communism in that it's just going to disincentivize. People are going to be like, well, why would I want to get really, good at doing this, that, or the other thing? They're just going to punish me for it.
Yeah.
But if you make it really easy
for kind of solution, but it should not be that fucking prohibitive to start up a business in any given industry.
Well, and there should be a slightly more relaxed set of rules for like a smaller business. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you don't want it to be unsafe or like, what do you call it? You know, you don't want like small businesses to be able to be like, well, we're just going to take this nuclear waste and pour it in the river out back. Like, you don't want that kind of thing, but you do want them to be able to like just start a business without having to spend like $50,000 on a building inspection or some nonsense that doesn't even need to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's there to prevent. It seems like an antitrust kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's mostly corporations putting stuff in to keep other businesses from getting big enough to compete. That's the issue.
Right.
Just take away corporate power and then let competition even it out, I think would be the best way to go, because anything else is going to be either too extreme and too fast, and it's going to just fucking crash the system. So it'd be like a temporary, like everybody going nuts kind of thing.
Right.
So I think you want to do it in a slow fashion.
But yeah. It would be really nice if we could just eliminate lobbyists altogether, man.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. But I don't know. I mean, also like limit campaign spending.
Yeah, especially by corporations. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, I mean, just like if somebody spent more than like 10 million on their campaign, I think we've gone too far. Like,
right.
They should be putting out like, you know, commercials and statements of intent, but at a certain point, like, are they making a fucking studio movie, or are they going to be like a senator?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. How much did I'm trying to look at.
Hillary broke the $1 billion mark with her campaign last time.
Okay, see, that seems incredibly excessive, dude.
Yeah, I think what was really notable was that Trump's campaign was not that expensive in comparison.
Right, yeah. He self-financed quite a bit of it. Yeah. 1.4 billion, dude. Wow.
That was Hillary's?
Yeah, 1.4 billion.
And Trump's was like 700 and some odd million or something like that, I thought.
Oh, shit, that was through... Yeah. That was through December 31st, 2016. Wait, when the fuck was the election? Was it 2016? Is that right? It is right. Yeah. Okay, so that was through the election. Okay. All right.
Oh, I tried to type in what... Oh, Trump used 957 million.
All right. Yeah, that's what I got. 957.6. Party and joint.
And only he less than a quarter, or no, less than half of his came from super PACs.
Right. Hers was 204 million from super PACs. Right. Yeah. So either way, man, it seems like that's like I don't know, at least 10 times higher than probably more than that, to be honest with you. But yeah, it seems excessive to have to spend that much fucking money to be president.
I like that when I type in the cost for Trump's campaign, it immediately comes up with such and such amount is still missing from his campaign. We don't know where it went.
Yeah, we're gonna have Rachel Maddow with 2 pages of his campaign finance stuff.
Yeah, I think part of what killed Hillary's campaign is that her husband looks like he died and was put in a food dehydrator for a week before being brought back to life.
Dude, he does have like the sunken in eyes and fucking.
It's like the beef jerky zombie. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Dude, did you see where Bill Clinton actually fucking kind of went off on Obama, saying that he got a bunch of breaks because he's black?
I wouldn't be surprised. Isn't Bill Clinton from Alabama?
Right. Yeah. But here's the thing:
take the man out of Bama, but you can't take the Bama out of the man.
But yeah, which is again, it's fucking true. It absolutely is fucking true that they really handled him with kid gloves, because he would fucking kind of allude to race anytime somebody tried to call him on his bullshit. But yeah, it's fucking dude. The almost certainly the reason for it is because I think Bill Clinton was pissed that he fell down the list of like who were the best presidents, and Obama got moved into like the top 10.
Oh.
Like he found that out. He's like,
girls, you're both pretty.
Right.
Well, Clinton fucking went up on some interviewer who was like, and you never apologized to Monica?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I thought that was kind of funny because, like, really, of all the people he should apologize to, what about the rape victims?
Right. Yeah, the girl that somehow thought you were her fucking boyfriend and all that shit. That's kind of fucked up. But the people you raped, obviously, far fucking worse. Yeah.
Oh man, ridiculous. I would love to see some of those cases actually brought forth.
Yeah, no shit.
Like if there's actually enough evidence that it would, under any other circumstances, be a court case, I'd like to see that. Like, I'd like to see him have to deal with that, like, in reality.
Yeah, I'd love to see Hillary have to pay for fucking bashing all those women that did come forward.
Well, I don't know that that's necessarily illegal as much as it's just terrible taste.
Right.
Probably a good portion of why she lost.
Right. Well, it could be slander. You know.
It could be.
But that's civil though. Anyway, that's not criminal. But yeah, whatever.
Jinx was talking about there's a maid that like disappeared. Oh, she was found in a shallow grave.
God damn.
Damn, dude. Well, there's so many fucking dead bodies around that couple that fucking, it's insane.
Yeah. Look up Clinton body count, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
God, anybody that is, those two people are so fucking gross.
Yeah, they're really fucking disgusting. Yeah, no, they really are a fucking crime family, dude. You know what I mean? They're fucking probably fucking more hardcore than any of the fucking mafia families, dude.
Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, which is funny. I can't remember who. It was probably Shapiro again. Was actually referring to them as the Clinton crime family, dude.
The Clinton crime. Oh, there's got to be another C or a K or something you can throw in there.
Clinton Crime Commission. No, that doesn't work.
Collaborative. No.
Clinton Crime. It could be a K too, I guess.
Clinton Crime Syndicate. That actually sounds kind of good. That sounds pretty good. You just spell it with a C.
Right. Yeah, CYN. That works. Why not?
Yeah, it's the Clinton Crime Syndicate with a C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I really do believe that Hillary was the more insistent one as far as getting people killed, more than Bill.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's somebody had to make the choice.
Hey, Colt's pretty good. Clinton Crime Cult. Thank you, Jinx. That is pretty good.
Oh, Clinton Crime Cult. Yeah, there you go.
A bit of a tongue twister, as Stabby just demonstrated, but still works pretty well.
Yeah. Well, what is it? I live pretty close to Bohemian Grove, so I'm sure if there's any sort of cult activity, it's probably there. Although I've actually talked to somebody who worked there, or rather, his mom worked there, and he used to hang out and play there all the time.
Wow.
He said it's not. There's no like real creepy cult shit. But they do have weird ceremonies, but it's nothing like really like gross, or there's no like babies being burned or any of that shit. Because he would sneak around. He would sneak around like when he wasn't supposed to be out and shit. See that stuff. He said the majority of what makes it interesting is just like how completely dickish most of the people that go there are. Because they'll literally be like, I want 4 ounces of perfect strawberries in like, with like, a half an ounce of cream poured over them every morning at 7:03 for like breakfast. And they expected it like literally to be exactly 4 ounces and exactly 1 ounce and exactly like at 7:03 on the second.
Wow.
Like they're just ridiculously demanding.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah.
So incredibly insecure. Yeah,
so
there's plenty of rich people that aren't like that, so I guess that's nice.
Yeah, it's just a super high-end place. So essentially, like, you're bringing somebody stuff, and they're probably going to complain, and you're going to have to apologize a lot.
Right,
like
right.
every time,
Yeah.
no matter what, because some of the stuff is just not like realistically possible.
Right, right. But
How
you
are you going
still
to
have
get
to
it from
kiss
the
their
kitchen to
fucking
there and
ass.
maintain a temperature of exactly 130 degrees? Or, you know, how are they going to eat the whole meal while it's still 103 degrees?
Right. Yeah.
So weird shit like
Just
that. Yeah.
incredibly high maintenance fucking assholes, basically.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you know, all those weird, ridiculous fad diets that you hear about, like these are the people that have more than enough money to do all of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to insist that anywhere they go cater to that diet.
Right.
So I mean, every ridiculous, like gluten-free, soy-based, whatever, all meat, all chocolate cake only, but chocolate cake made with like certain, you know, types of chemicals or something. You know, like they got it all. So just crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of drinking and like, you know, like fucking trying to pinch the fucking, you know, trying to grope the fucking service and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Thinking that because they're super wealthy, they can just like, you know,
Do
molest
whatever.
whoever they feel like it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man.
So it is a gross, creepy place, but not like because they're fucking worshiping an owl god and burning babies.
Right.
What's his name claimed?
Alex Jones.
Yeah, I love Alex Jones. That guy's so fucking fun.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I do like how he had to kind of admit in court to his fucking ex-wife during the thing that, yeah, it's just an act. It's a character.
Oh yeah, well of course. Well, didn't he also blame it on weed?
I didn't hear that, but maybe.
Well, I thought he also partially blamed it on weed. He was like, "It's a character. I smoke a lot of weed. I get some paranoia going." You know, like just anything so that it didn't seem like he was literally that crazy.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I still feel like, because again, he's not always wrong. You know, as crazy as some of the shit he fucking says, he's not always wrong. But I really think that he puts the crazy shit in to discredit himself. So, like, you know, so people can kind of sift through the bullshit and realize like what he's right about and what he's being real about.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't surprise me at all if he's got a few.
Kill him, like the fucking powers that be would probably kill the guy, dude. So almost like keeps, you know, does that shit to seem like a crackpot. You know?
Well, anybody that comes out super honest is just eventually murdered by the system anyway.
Yeah,
you know, like Martin Luther King, Jesus. It doesn't matter like who you are. If you come out and you're like, Kennedy. Yeah, this is all nonsense, you're gonna get fucking killed.
Right. Seth Rich more recently. Again, not that he's in the same category as the guys you mentioned, but it's just the most recent one I could think of was somebody that got fucking killed.
If Jesus was real, I'm sure he was no better than like Seth Rich. He was probably a lot of that is just mythology built around it to, you know, religion on. Like if that was a real historical person, I'm sure he was more like just like some guy who was really nice to a lot of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he was nice and charismatic and incredibly charismatic, dude.
Yeah, exactly, kind of thing. And then Martin Luther King, I don't know, man. Martin Luther King was cool, but there was a lot of other people that did a lot of stuff too that just never really get credited. Like he wasn't a one-man show. There was a lot of other people involved in making him who he was, and also in, you know, different methods of you know, gaining civil rights. So
yeah, no, again, he was just like, you listen to those fucking speeches, like just his fucking voice alone carried an incredible amount of charisma, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the guy who's really good at talking and is willing to stand up in front of everybody is always the guy that gets the credit. And that is true. All right, let's see. We can have something a little lighter in my random fucking collection of shit here. Oh, here we go. This is cute. This is cute. I like this.
Yeah.
All right, we love pizza, but these pizza bouquets are going to be a no from us, dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So this is an engagement package from Pizza Hut. It's a $10,000 engagement package. It includes a ruby ring, a fireworks display, and $10. Yes, $10 worth of Pizza Hut pizza breadsticks and cinnamon sticks.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, and then Domino's jumped in with a one-off 22-karat pizza-shaped engagement ring and an ongoing wedding registry, so you can find out which one of your cousins is willing to drop a whole $15 on your gift.
That's funny. Oh god.
And then there's Villa Italian Kitchens is giving away pizza bouquets and boutonnieres to a few lucky brides and grooms who will be getting married this summer. I don't know when this was written.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is this summer. Okay, this actually happened this year.
Some things you guys just, some businesses just don't need to be involved in, and yeah, weddings is one that the pizza industry doesn't need to get involved in.
I'd love a pizza bouquet. Are you kidding me? That'd be fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of how many women out there are going to be like, yeah, that's a great idea.
She can throw the pizza bouquet, and I'll get it before the bridesmaids do. I'll tell you that right now.
Right.
Those bitches ain't nearly
chop that shit down, dude.
I'm gonna be fucking bizarre, some hose. body checking people out the way, man. You see the big fat guy running, and just fucking bridesmaids popping off at 45-degree angles, shooting a couple of feet away.
He's just gonna clear out, dude, just let him have it. Trust me, just let him have it.
I'm hoping to go quick enough that they don't get a chance to dodge. half the fun of getting that bouquet.
Just pinball through him, dude.
Pinballing through. Seeing how many bitches I can mow down.
But yeah, how many women actually accept a fucking pizza ring? Even as an engagement ring, dude.
I don't know. That's a weird one. It's got to be like that one. People that there's a couple that get married at McDonald's every couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that kind of stuff. So
I'm sorry, but that's fucking sad. Unless it's there's some cool story about how you met at McDonald's. When the guy foiled a robbery and saved your life or something.
Usually it's two people that just really like McDonald's or some shit and met there.
Okay, yeah, that's sad.
It is. I agree. I'm just saying, it happens every so often.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then, all the other fast food places have it. I'm sure, Taco Bell and Burger King and all that shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Would it be that bad if it was a one little shop that wasn't a franchise? But even that's kind of.
Not as sad, I guess. If I was getting married, I wouldn't do the pizza ring and all that shit. But having catering from a decent pizza place might not necessarily be such a bad idea.
Right.
Or catering from a good Chinese food place.
I'm just talking about the fucking pizza ring, and that is fucking.
Oh yeah. I think the pizza bouquet.
Pardon the pun, but it's pretty fucking cheesy.
I think the pizza bouquet would be funny if you did one at each table.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a couple on on a buffet table. There's a couple of bouquets of pizza or whatever.
Right.
On a buffet table, because then people could all get a kick out of it and have a fucking pizza rose or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I think the pizza ring is really the one that fucking
the engagement ring that looks like a pizza-shaped engagement ring that's 22 karat gold. Yeah, that's a terrible plan.
Yeah, that's
not gonna work out for you. Unless those are really big diamonds, and you got a lot of money.
You had a fucking pepperoni made out of diamonds on that fucking.
That's a full-sized pizza slice of gold. With fucking pepperoni-sized diamonds in it, that might work.
Yeah,
because then she can sell that shit and get something that looks decent.
Right. Yeah, when she fucking leaves your ass for giving her a fucking pizza ring. You can melt it down or whatever. Scrap it out and fucking.
I want to meet the girl that's down with it, though.
Yeah, that's true. There are going to be people.
It's like pizza ring. All right, whatever. That sounds fine with me.
Yeah.
Like that might actually be somebody worthwhile being married to.
Yeah.
And if she's that chill over a pizza ring, she's probably not going to fucking bust your balls because you came home late fucking one night.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man.
Or get all pissy because you went to a strip club. You know, she'll be like, "Oh, whatever."
Nothing's gonna bother that bitch, dude.
Yeah,
she's gonna be cool with whatever.
Exactly. That's my thought.
A threesome with her best friend, pretty much anything, dude. She'll be down with, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you got her a pizza fucking ring. She's down for the threesome.
Yeah.
Although you never know, she might insist you get your threesome with her and her best friend, but then she wants a fucking devil's threesome.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I love you, but no.
See, I gotta say, I'm willing to forego the two chicks threesome if that's what it takes to avoid the two dudes threesome.
Right. Like, all right, I won't ask again. All right, if that's the payment that's required, we don't have to have a threesome with you and your hot friend.
Yeah, well, I think you'd be better off not having the hot friend be in it.
Mm-hmm.
You might be better off just hiring a hooker or something, a high-end one.
Right. Yeah, that way you're not going to be somebody you're going to be seeing again and fucking tempted to fuck again and that kind of shit.
Exactly. Or who might decide that they want to be part of the relationship more than just that one time.
All right.
Or now you're all going to be super good friends all the time or some shit like that could get really awkward.
Yeah, or it could be fucking great if everybody's down with it. But yeah, that's unlikely, especially when you're talking about two women, even if they're friends.
Odds of it being really great are 10%, and the odds of it going terribly wrong are 90%.
Yeah, I'd put it at about 99 and 1.
And if I was still 20 years old, I might be like, well, 10%'s not bad.
Right, and I'll roll with those odds.
But I'm 38 and I'm thinking 90% is really bad, and I'm going to die soon. So
and honestly, just calling it 90-10 is pretty generous, dude.
Yeah, that's extremely generous.
Yeah. It's probably not even 99 to 1. It's probably 99.9 to 0.1.
What was it I saw? It was one of those weird documentaries about weird people. But it was these twin girls that share everything, literally.
Mm-hmm. Wait, was it Siamese twins ones or just
No, they're just twins. They were not good looking twin women.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tammy Faye Baker, if that makes anybody just caked on makeup, in 40s looking chicks who are probably not 40. It just looks like life's been rough. But no, they both date the same guy. This one dude got the twin jackpot, if that's what you're into.
Right. Yeah, he's the one guy that lucked out. The one twin fetish guy that fucking hit the jackpot.
Yep. Well, what is it? There's people that look super young. It's a weird degenerate, a weird disease. It's almost it's not quite the same as the one that makes people midgets, but it's similar.
Oh yeah, where they always look like kids.
Yeah. That's got to be the fucking worst when it comes to dating, because you're a 30-year-old who looks like a 12-year-old.
Right.
90% of the people who want to fuck you because you look 12.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, oh fuck, dude. Yeah. I'm dating nothing but fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, most of the people who want to fuck you are definitely going to be pedophiles. It's you'd have to find the one guy who's just really reluctant to date you, but finally caved in out of pity, but then he kind of likes you afterwards. It'd be so difficult to find somebody who's not creepy.
Yeah, the odds are, again, overwhelmingly against it. Yeah. Most people are going to look at you okay, you tell me you're that old, but I'm sorry. You remind me of my fucking niece, and we're never going to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I could be down with that. That's just a little too weird for me. I'm not.
Yeah. The personality would have to be fucking world class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I'd be down with it. I absolutely wouldn't, because it's you never know. It might be the coolest person in the world, but
that's
gonna be so fucking hard.
Yeah. I guess again, if they were like you said, super cool like that, maybe you could overcome it, but nah, not easily, dude.
It's got to be even worse if you're a dude. Oh no, I
All
wonder if there's
right.
like a lot of chicks who are like, no, I wonder if it's a baby dick or not.
All right.
Like they're just like, I gotta find out.
Yeah. Kid could be getting all kinds of tail, dude.
All kinds of tail just because they're curious. They just want to see like what his dick looks like. Is it a 10-year-old dick or is it like a fully grown adult male dick on a 10-year-old body?
Right. I would imagine it would have to be. I mean, if the whole, the rest of the body's doing that, I assume the cock is doing that as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not growing properly.
No, I'm sure it's all the same. Oh, that's gonna be so weird.
Yeah. No, I've seen it, man. Like anybody that's dating a girl that is not even that diseased, but just looks way young for whatever reason, they're always a fucking creepy dude, man.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm 38, so if I was dating a girl that looked like she was 20 but was in her 30s, it wouldn't be that weird.
Mm-hmm.
But if she looked like she was 14, it might be a little weird.
Yeah, yeah. If she looks like she's in her teens, dude, like early mid-teens, yeah, that's fucking creepy, dude.
But, yeah, that's one of the few issues with hitting on people. What is going on with the topics today? I don't know, man. Crazy stuff. Man. We wanted to creep out the audience and scare them away.
Yeah, we're up to like 5, sometimes 6 people are watching now, and we can't have that kind of shit going on.
It's too much.
Yeah. We are the hipster fucking channel, dude. We get that popular, we're canceling ourselves.
Yeah, 42 and 23, that's a big age gap, but I don't care because neither one of them is a minor. We're just talking about like
if they actually look
like they're 10.
Yeah.
Like
regardless of how old they actually are.
The actual disease where that happens.
Yeah. Because again, sometimes it happens when a girl's like 15 and she looks like she's 24. Or like early 20s.
Oh, dude. I think I talked to him. I used to work with the lady whose daughter was like that.
Yeah.
She was like 12 or 13 years old and fully developed like a 20-something-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Like, I mean, for me, in those situations, like any kind of attraction gets shut off as soon as you hear how old she is. But you know that.
It was like you acknowledge that they do look hot. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to have sex with them, but I just felt like a lot of pity.
Yeah, like that's gotta be tough.
What is it when you're in like 12, 13, like your
junior high, yeah.
So she's getting hit on by like high school kids who have like no fucking morals and shit.
Right. And every guy that fucking sees her, if she's an attractive woman.
She said fully grown men hit on her and like not take no for an answer until mom stepped in and was like, she's fucking 12, like.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about like how difficult would it be to be that person who looks like they're like super young and find somebody to date who's not like a creepy pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you couldn't. It's like,
it's tough. Like I said, it's hard to be attracted to someone regardless of knowing how old they are. Like, oh yeah, okay, I get that you're over the age of 18. You don't fucking look it, right? And it's just not attractive.
Exactly.
And again, it's got to suck for them because like we said earlier, the only people that are going to be attracted to you are going to be fucking pedophiles, dude. Or not only, but again, I'm sure there's a normal person out there that can fucking overlook it
and wind up doing it. Thing. Oh, there is a dude that does that. I saw that in a fucking article. There was a Chinese guy who, it was either Chinese or Japanese. He's like a computer programmer who does like fetish porn where he pretends to be a little kid because he looks like he's 10.
Oh, wow.
And he does the fetish porn. He says, and his exact reason is, he's like, this isn't harming me. I'm making good money doing this. And hopefully this satisfies people's urges enough that they don't hurt real kids.
Right.
Yeah, so that's so creepy, but at the same time, like,
it's also heroic.
Yeah,
it's kind of heroic.
I mean,
yeah. But yeah, fucking weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, but it just
no, it's super creepy and weird. I just like he's an adult, so you can't be like, well, nah, he shouldn't do that. It's like, well, he's a fucking grown up. It's should be kind of his choice. But then again, like,
as opposed to having
that
actual
US,
kids be acting in these things, obviously. Yeah, fucking, I'm all for it, man. If it can stop kids from being harmed or abused like that.
Well, you'll never see his work here, though.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's really illegal in the United States. You're never going to see that in the United States.
Yeah.
Unless the fucking liberals win.
Yeah. No, they're dying to add that P for fucking pedosexual or whatever to the fucking LGBT alphabet soup bullshit.
Oh, there's a whole bunch in there. I was arguing with somebody over trannies.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to say that, like, gay people don't have any rights. And I'm like, that's just not true. Like, they have all the rights that everybody else does now.
Right. No, they are determined to think everyone that's used to be oppressed, I guess, still is.
Yeah. Well,
they might get fucked with by people, but beyond that, even that's probably pretty rare nowadays.
You're still gonna have people that are like hate mongers or whatever, like homophobics and racists and sexists and stuff. They're still gonna be out there, but they're not the majority by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny because they were talking about how, like, this person literally made a list on Twitter, and they're like, Pride Month is for this, and this, but not this, and this.
Damn,
and included like the cops, and I'm just like, that's like the definition of bigotry. Like, when you're literally making a list of groups of people you don't tolerate, like, you can't make it any more clear that you're a bigot.
Yeah, no, I love that cognitive dissonance of these people, dude. It's fucking amazing. Now they're preaching tolerance, demanding it, really, and being incredibly intolerant themselves, dude. It's fucking fascinating.
Yeah,
it's infuriating more than anything.
Well, then people
it's kind of fascinating
on my grill, because one of the groups they included was for cops, and I'm just like, and just arbitrarily the police, and they mentioned like one situation in which a bunch of cops beat up a bunch of gay people, and I'm like, but that's like less than 1% of police ever. Like, you can't.
Right. Yeah, you can't legislate out just because some people are fucking horrible,
Yeah.
You can prosecute those people for any laws they break.
Prosecute the cops that did it. Absolutely, those cops belong in jail for sure, 100%. But it was so funny. Like, they just didn't understand it. It's like the person who keeps trying to say that, like, oh, well, the hatred for Islam is racially motivated. It's like, no, it's not. If you want to call it something, call it bigotry. You can't call it racism, because religion is not a race.
Yeah. No, it's fucking amazing. Yeah, they've essentially weaponized tolerance, dude.
Yeah.
They've turned it from virtue to vice.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Absolutely.
It's fucking weird.
It's bizarre. The case where Lupe is a porn star. I didn't know who the porn star was, but I'd heard that case where somebody got arrested for child porn, but it was actually like an adult actress, like her videos.
Yeah, one of the ones that looked like a little girl.
Yeah, but her name is Little Lupe. I didn't know that's who it was. And then, she got implants. I don't blame her.
And that fan was...
Didn't that guy, even though it was an adult, didn't that guy still end up getting convicted?
Okay, we'll wait for you to type, but we'll move on.
But I'm pretty sure that guy still got convicted or something. Or in one of the cases like that. Because there's a bunch of, like, porn stars who are, like, super flat-chested, who sort of portray themselves as much younger.
Right.
For the fetish market. I was arguing with somebody about that. It was kind of funny. But I thought the one that was really funny was I was arguing with a couple of conservatives, because, like, I argue with everybody because I'm an asshole. But they were sitting there talking about how, like, trans shouldn't exist and they shouldn't be allowed to get the surgeries and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, man,
Jesus, dude.
You don't like people, that's fine. Like if you don't agree with what they do, hey, I don't agree with what they do, but like they're adults, they should be able to make their own choices.
Yeah. Although again, I would like to, have them. I don't know if like all the counseling and like any time period should be mandatory. I mean, I do, but then I also kind of don't.
Like nothing should be able to be done until after 18, as far as like hormones and surgery.
Yeah, that's a fucking given.
That's the part I'm talking about. Like if you talk about the rest of it, as long as no hormones and no surgery are given to anybody under 18 in regards to transgenderism.
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is, like, I think they should have to go through, like, a mandatory period, like a counseling type period and all that kind of shit.
Like, make absolutely sure.
I don't know if that should be, mandatory. I think it's a really good idea, because it's not something you want to be like, oh, okay, I'm having buyer's remorse about this now. Like, then,
I think the doctors won't do it unless the reassignment surgery doctors themselves generally won't do it unless you've spent a certain amount of time taking the hormones in preparation, living as the other gender, and going to a therapist. And I don't think it's regulations.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not really law.
Actually,
but
it's the doctors themselves who are saying, look, if you want me to do this, I'll do this. But here's the hoops you got to jump through for me to feel comfortable doing the surgery on you.
Yeah. It's not the kind of thing. You got to be like goddamn fucking certain, dude, and it should have to be that fucking certain for a very long time.
Lose your ability to orgasm forever, so like that's a pretty big thing.
Yeah,
it would be for me. I don't know about other people, but for me, that would definitely be like, oh, wow, I'm gonna have to really think this one through again.
Yeah,
duct tape is so cheap these days and so effective. Like. Just take that back. Yeah, I don't know, man. That whole situation is pretty crazy. But ultimately, like, people can smoke and drink and get liposuction and get bigger titties and have their noses fucking reshaped. And, there's that guy that made himself look like a tiger. And there's a guy with, like, the split tongue that looks like a lizard.
Oh, yeah. I remember that fucking guy.
So people can do that. I don't see a reason why they can't do whatever they want otherwise, man. None of my fucking concern.
Just thinking about that split tongue is giving me the fucking like almost not quite goosebumps, but like, yeah, so fucking bizarre. Yeah, doesn't he have like his fucking nails like pointed, like he does his fucking fingernails and shit, like pointed like claws?
Yeah. Sort of, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, Mad Metal actually knows him.
You actually know that dude, nice. He would have to be a decent guy, I would assume.
Yeah, like anybody. But no, every time I imagine my tongue. Yeah, every time I think of that guy, I imagine my tongue splitting, and it freaks me out, dude. Again, it gives me like a little shiver. Like I just think like something that's maybe it's not, dude, but it seems like having your tongue split like that would be incredibly painful, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, so the case with the Little Lupe is 2009 federal agents arrested a man in Puerto Rico on suspicion of possessing child pornography that included Fuentes. I'm assuming that's like the name of a film that Lupe was in. At trial, a pediatrician testified that Little Lupe was underage based on her appearance. Lawyers for the defense subpoenaed her to show her passport, proving that she was 19 years old at the time of filming. Oh, dick splitting? Oh, God. No, thank you.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But legit, man, if people can go do that, I don't see why anybody should have Lupe Fuentes. Okay, that's her actual.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like a fucking Hispanic last name, dude.
It sounded close enough. What's the one for fire? Fuego.
Oh yeah.
I thought maybe it was a play on Fuego.
Okay.
I don't really, but now that I'm looking back, I can make that connection. I got no excuse.
I'm like, did I hear that right? All right.
But I'm just good at bullshitting. But yeah, I mean, some dude wants to split his dick down the middle, and he's allowed to do it. I don't see why some other guy can't get his penis turned into a vagina, or some lady can't get her vagina turned into a penis.
Yeah, although is there any kind of waiting period for getting your dick split?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Do you have to express the desire to do it and then have to go to counseling for that? Probably not.
I wonder. That's actually a good point. Well, like I said, that's not a legal requirement for the surgery.
Right.
It's a requirement that the doctors themselves impose, and I think they impose it because
the dick
difference
splitting,
in that.
Is the dick splitting done by a doctor, or is it just some guy like a fucking like there's a specialist at a tattoo shop or something?
No, absolutely, and it would. I would hope it was a doctor.
Right.
Are you talking about the girl from Babysitter? I'm not sure what Noob is talking about. Oh, he must be talking Mad Metal. I'm stupid. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh no, the little loopy thing probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am kind of curious. I assume you would want it to be some type of professional, maybe a butcher. I don't know. That's going to screw your dick.
Well, I would assume that the difference is somebody who's doing body modification is in a different position than somebody with gender dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
And body modification stuff doesn't tend to lead to suicide as often.
Yeah. You mean it's not 44% or whatever?
Yeah. Whereas, it's you're dealing with a totally different motivation.
Yeah, I don't know if there can be any other demographic anywhere that has a fucking suicide rate that fucking high. What is it, like 44% or something, isn't it? I know it's at least 40.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up because I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Trans suicide rates. 15 per 100,000? Oh no, by contrast, the elderly. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yeah. I've heard different, but again, I could have been, I never actually checked it.
Oh, half of them over half don't get any more contact with the family. Let's see. I'm not seeing suicide attempts among trans men 46% and trans women 42%.
So yeah, that's a good, pretty good indicator, dude. Trying to kill yourself.
Yeah. Well, it looks like probably a lot of that is from family disowning and people harassing them at random.
Could be. Never really be sure, I guess, without asking them, but
yeah. Well, body mods are just accentuating your own beauty. It's like I said, it's a totally different headspace that people are coming from.
Right.
Somebody who wants to get tattoos or piercings or even some of the more extreme body modifications is not dealing with the same kind of or with the mental illness as somebody who's transgender. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was really just curious on who does it. I would assume it would have to be a plastic surgeon or something that would be splitting your dick or that kind of stuff, but probably maybe not.
Well, if it was me that was going to do it, it's never going to be. But if it was, I would definitely want it to be a really skilled surgeon and not a tattoo parlor guy.
Yeah,
but who fucking knows, man?
Right, yeah.
There's people that go out and get tattoos from their buddy who works at the fucking gas station. It's
right. In contrast,
quality work is extremely expensive. If you want real quality body mods and tattoos, you're gonna pay some good fucking money. Because you want an expert to do it, and you want it done perfect. So,
horn implants, Jesus Christ.
Say what?
Hair cutting? What? Hair removal. There's one that just says hair cutting, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking up a thing for body mods. Yeah. Clitoral hood reduction. Nice. All right. But that's more cosmetic, obviously. Trying to look up the one that
Jesus.
says.
Why would you want to have part of your pussy cut off unless it was like keeping you from coming or something?
Right.
Mad Metal Man, or you learn to do it yourself. Split your own penis. Pocketing?
Yeah,
I don't know what pocketing is, but I feel like I don't want to know. Well, I think I know what corsetting is, right? Isn't that where they put like rings in 2 rows down the back so that they can be laced together?
God damn, that's fucking weird. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen branding where they literally just brand with like red hot metal.
Wow.
Branding, I would imagine, that could be semi-permanent depending on how it's done. Because you could potentially leave a burn scar, but you could also potentially leave one that eventually fades almost to nothing. But you don't want to get into the subcutaneous tissue. Like, you don't want it to get into the fat. You definitely want to keep it on the skin level. That's got to be... Oh, yeah, I was exactly right on corseting. Yeah, but with the branding, you really have to be careful with that. Like, you got to hit a certain amount of temperature and for a certain amount of time based on the thickness of the skin. Because if you get into the fat layers, you could do some real fucking damage.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, if you use lasers to brand, that makes sense. Yeah, laser branding would be a lot smarter.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a lot smarter than doing it with metal.
Yeah, seeing as how we don't have hides like fucking cows.
Well, I've seen them do branding. Like, I've seen where they like literally like, you know, take the metal and literally brand people.
Wow.
So crazy shit.
Dude, that's got to be so fucking painful, dude. Do they just sit there and take it, or they strap down? Like, it seems like it would be almost a fucking reflex, even if you know it's coming. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I've seen videos where like chicks are getting pierced downtown and they fucking come.
So, but still, I mean, that's so fucking hot. It's something that's so incredibly hot. It seems like your body would just reflexively, even if you didn't want it to.
Well, I'm sure there's a little bit of jump
away from it. Yeah, you'd have to be really focused, I guess. Yeah, it seems like to not do that.
Yeah, scarification. Well, scarification seems like you're starting down that road to the people that like self-amputate. Where they slowly cut off like fingers and hands and shit.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. It's the body mods is one thing, but wow, if you're actually like cutting shit off like that, that's it's got to be a fucking pathology, I would think. You know, in a way that body mods really isn't.
Well, I don't know, man. Where do you draw that line, though? Because I'm all for freedom, but is that a point at which it's become self-harm if they're cutting stuff off?
Right.
Or do you say, well, they're an adult? Like, I'm not gonna. Noob Nation's just change subject, please.
Yeah, or yeah, like the fucking. Well, really quick, dude. The people that deliberately blind themselves or fucking, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Deliberately disable themselves. As, you know. Yeah,
transabled.
Transabled, Jesus Christ! All right, yeah, Noob's got a point.
Oh, the splitting takes years at a time.
Yeah,
it takes a really long time. They do it very slowly. All right, interesting.
We should probably find something else, dude. Noob's got a point.
I could go on all day with that stuff, but I'm a little fucked up, so that's a fair point.
Yeah, no, I could too, but people are watching.
So fucking,
it's not an unreasonable request that we move on to something else, dude.
I am. I got a thing up. So Ayatollah Khomeini joins Democrats in calling for gun control in the U.S.
That guy's still alive. Oh, that's a different wait, is he the one that was like the head of the PLO? Is that the same guy? That guy's dead, right?
Ayatollah Khomeini. This is from May of 2018. The supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran released a statement on Wednesday calling for United Nations to seriously pursue 7 areas of alleged human rights violations by the United States, including its lack of more stringent gun control laws.
Okay, the guy from fucking Iran. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They're going to police our human rights stuff. Doesn't sound ridiculous at all.
Yeah, let's take the enemy's advice.
Right. Yeah. Let's take the fucking Islamic Republic places. You know, they're notorious.
In a place where you can have revenge stabbings on the street and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Yeah.
That's the guy I want making fucking
rules. Let them lecture us about human rights violations. Jesus Christ. That's fucking fascinating, dude.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Like, if anything should speak against gun control, that's it right there.
Right.
You know, like I hate to use the argument of association is like a dumb argument most of the time. But I mean, in that case, I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's up to something. And he's not wanting the gun control for fucking our benefit or anyone else's, other than his and probably the terrorists that he wants to flood into the country.
Exactly. It's like somebody he just
if everybody's armed.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they're taking the knives away in the UK. It's like they just want to disarm the local populace. Yeah, so it's just more of the same shit.
I'm amazed that fucking the populace of Britain is putting up with all the shit that's going on there. Yeah. Yeah. I was really hoping that Tommy Robinson thing would fucking kind of ignite people, man.
I am beyond shocked that there aren't riots in the streets for that guy.
Yeah. Like you can not like the guy or whatever, but for what you wouldn't. Seems like a decent guy.
First they came for such and such group, then they came for this group, and then they came for this group, and I said nothing, and then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what's going on in that case.
Mm-hmm. And nobody seems to, very few people seem to fucking give a shit over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's the guilt. If anybody's got a lot of, like just centuries of guilt over what their country has done in the past, it's got to be Britain. Maybe that's a big part of it.
Could be. It's entirely possible.
Civilizations they've stomped over the centuries.
Yep, they've done a lot. But I honestly, so sad.
I don't know why you'd want to allow your own country to be destroyed because of that, but whatever.
There is a new party starting, a new political party over there that's starting up. That's it's just sort of like a nationalist party, like Britain First kind of thing. So who knows? Maybe that'll get a little more traction. Hopefully.
Yeah, things are looking up, possibly or potentially anyway.
I don't know. The UK may be lost. Europe might be completely lost at this point.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about food at all. What the fuck?
Oh wait, let's see. I have an article semi-related to food. Hold on. Let's see here. Very cheerful article related to food. Indian man stabs his elderly mother to death for not cooking chicken curry for lunch. So the dude was 45 years old, brought a chicken, gave it to his mom to make curry, went off to go have a bender at the bar, came home, found out it wasn't ready, and just started fucking stabbing her to death.
Jesus Christ, dude. Wow.
I just thought as an example of like crazy off the hook violence for no apparent reason happens everywhere.
How old is the guy that did this?
45.
Okay, how do you make it that far without going off the fucking? Like, I'm kind of fascinated that he made it to 45 before doing something like that.
He's an alcoholic. Maybe he was drinking himself out of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it just took this long for the alcohol to rot his brain to the point where he did it.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, dude. Like, because I would imagine he's had things that he's found more frustrating in his life than the fact that the food wasn't made.
I'm wondering if it's been like the kind of thing that just builds.
Right. Like this is the 30th time that the bitch hasn't made the food or whatever.
Something like that. Like, he's felt upset by her so many times, and this was like the final straw kind of thing.
Yeah, that combined with the alcohol, he just snapped. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably a bunch of shit. Yeah. Years and years of that building up.
Yeah, for that kind of thing. Well, that seems sort of like similar to a postal worker that goes crazy.
Right, right. It's like, okay, that just happened to be the day. That just happened to be the thing. It was building. It was going to happen. Something was going to be the breaking point. And that happened to be it.
In all capitals from Mad Metal Man in the chat. Not what I meant when I mentioned food.
Although, yeah. Let's see. I did just make spaghetti and meatballs last night, which I hadn't made in a while.
Spaghetti.
It turned out pretty well.
Always a good one. Always good.
Yeah. Which I don't know if I mentioned this on here before, but I didn't realize it. But I always used ground beef when I make meatballs. And I bought the store-bought ones, and they're all made with ground pork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really kind of weird, but I guess not.
We do spaghetti here. We always use beef. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, me too. And that's the thing is they have like I usually in the past have made them myself, and they're really good. But the amount of effort it takes relative to buying the really good ones from the store, like they're not that much better. I guess I should say. Like they're really good, but they're not so much better that I want to put in all the effort to make them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
well,
plus my shoulders.
If you're gonna add any kind of pork, I like to add like maybe a third of it be sausage.
Right,
third of it be pork.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I made a meatball soup the other night, and that was chicken and turkey meatballs. Mixed them up with it, got a lot of good seasoning, and then baked them off in the oven, and then I made sort of like a Mirepoix soup, just like a chicken broth with like carrots, onions, celery, garlic. And then, once everything was soft, I just hit it with a hand blender, like the immersion blender, and just made it into a smooth soup, kind of a little creamier. And then served it with fresh buttermilk biscuits. Came out pretty good.
Interesting. All right.
Ethan panko crumbs. Yeah, panko crumbs are the way to go.
All right. Yeah, see, I actually use bread and crumble it up myself when I make my meatballs. That's what I'm saying. Like the way I do it is really labor intensive. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to do it. Because I'll grind the shit up. I'm trying to think of what I normally put into it. I haven't even done it in a while. But yeah, it's basically just pepper, salt, a little bit of oregano, garlic salt, I should say. Oh, I think I actually put ground garlic in last time. Like garlic cloves, like ground up like that.
Ooh.
A bunch of Parmesan. I put a pretty decent amount of Parmesan in them when I make the meatballs. Instead of having it, put on the outside, I just put a bunch of Parmesan in the meatballs.
Oh yeah, Parmesan in the meatballs, always good, always good.
Yeah, but yeah, I actually grind up bread myself. I don't buy like breadcrumbs or whatever.
Well, I like to use panko in certain things. Like if I'm making meatloaf, I'll almost always use panko. But also sometimes I'll take the what do you call it? The leftover pieces of like French bread or sourdough bread.
Oh, right.
That we have, and let them just sit out and get really hard, or put them in the oven on warm until they get really hard. Put those in the food processor to make breadcrumbs.
Yeah. No, for me, I just kind of crumble it up as I'll take the heels of the bread, like you're saying.
Well, that's how my dad used to make meatloaf. He would just like tear up a few pieces of bread and mix it in.
Yeah. Like I said, I always use the heels.
It's good both ways. It's not like it's bad when you tear up pieces of bread like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I actually put eggs in them, too. I forgot about that. I actually put eggs, a couple eggs, usually 1 egg per pound as a binder, too.
As a binder. Are you sending it to school?
Yeah. To make sure they stay together, fucker.
Well, you missed my my joke about the thing. Somebody said, Mad Metal said it was all the curry. It makes people violent. And I said, she failed to curry his favor.
Oh no, I saw it, Stabby. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to draw attention to it. It was so dad jokey that even I was kind of cringy.
I was horning in on Englehart's territory, wasn't I?
Yeah, into pretty dad territory.
Pretty dad territory. Oh man, that's
pretty dad, Stabby. That's pretty dad.
I really hope we can keep that in mind. And Engelhardt will become pretty dad or daddy.
Yeah, either one. I'm sure he'll bristle at either one of them, dude.
It'll be worth it though. So worth it.
Yeah, they'll be like, fuckers, you think I don't show up a lot now? Keep that shit up and see what happens.
Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to find somebody else to fill in while you're gone. That'll be entertaining.
Yeah. Let's see, is it no, I'll be here this Sunday and next Thursday. And after that, yeah, I'll be out for like a week. In sunny California.
Stuffed meatballs I've never had. That actually sounds good. With cheese or other kinds of meat or spinach or bacon.
Yeah, that is interesting, dude.
I have been toying with the idea of making like bacon muffin things. Where you take a muffin tray and you just like put bacon in it, like make a little basket out of bacon in there. And then you throw in like an egg and whatever other stuff like cheese and ham or whatever, like as an omelet kind of thing. And just bake that.
That's interesting, dude.
But I was thinking of doing it. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, that sounds really good. I think my sister's done shit like that. What do they call it? It's like a frittata, isn't it? It sounds like a frittata. It's similar
it's sort of like a frittata, but like a lot of times you're just putting in a fried egg. You're not stirring it up and mixing it with anything.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frittata is generally like eggs, some heavy cream, cheese, whatever kind of meat and vegetables, and you mix it all up like what do you call it? Hold on, my brain's processing. Nope. Oh, and it doesn't have a crust because that's the difference between a frittata and a quiche.
Yeah. All right.
Like a quiche is the same thing as that, but in a pie crust.
Yeah.
And then you just bake it in the oven in like a pie dish or something.
Right.
Both of them are awesome. They're both delicious.
Sounds good. Actually, you know what I'm in the mood for is just straight hamburgers, dude. And I was just thinking about it. Well, I was thinking about what I put in the meatballs, and then I was thinking about how I make how I usually make hamburgers. Like when I'm if I'm not getting just the patties, basically I'll get a pound or two of hamburger meat. What I usually mix in besides the basics like pepper and garlic salt and that shit, I'll actually mix in like some salsa or like picante sauce. And then some actual ground like cilantro, like chopped up really fine.
Well, it does sound pretty good. Well, I don't like cilantro, but the rest of it sounds really good.
Yeah, or parsley or cilantro, whatever, dude. Oh, yeah, you don't like cilantro? Like even a little? Like I don't put a lot in there.
To me, it tastes like a squirt gun.
Like a squirt? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, see, for me, it has like a really earthy flavor.
See, yeah, but there's like a certain percentage of people for whom it tastes like plastic, and I'm none of those.
I forgot about that. You have said that before. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
The drywall is starting to look tasty. Yeah, but no, excepting cilantro in your case, yeah, they turn out really, really freaking good, man.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that in a long time, so I'm thinking I might run to the store and get
the thing I wanted to do that's different with the bacon things, though, is it's bacon and egg with like a little bit of cheese or something. But instead of that, I wanted to do bacon, egg, and then a thin layer of avocado on the top. Because when you heat up avocado, like you fry it or bake it, it actually gets a little crispy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never done that.
So it'll get like, you can take like an avocado half and just grill it. And you'll get like a 1/4 inch sort of crispity, crunchity layer. And the rest of it becomes all kind of goopy and warm and mushy. It's so good.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic, dude.
It's like a dessert, except it's not sweet, but it sort of satisfies the same craving.
Yeah, no, avocado is pretty close to sweet, in my opinion, dude.
But I'm thinking if you put like just a thin layer of avocado, you'll just get like a crispy, crunchy avocado top with the fried egg underneath it and the bacon wrap.
Dude, anything, bacon and avocado go together so goddamn well.
With the egg? That's what fucking sounds really good.
Yeah, it does, dude. Holy shit. Yeah.
The thing I got to figure out is do you want to bake the bacon first for like 5-10 minutes to get it started before you add the rest?
Or just have it bake in the
all at the same time. Yeah, exactly. And then you definitely want to let it sit for a minute or two on like a what do you call it? On like some paper towel to just let as much of the grease drain out as it can. You don't want to get too much of the grease. It'll be
although it might kind of mix with the egg whites and fucking kind of seep into that.
I'm just saying any grease that doesn't you want to get out because it'll make it taste gross. Like it'll just be too much grease.
Like it's reached far beyond its grease saturation point.
Exactly. Just a couple minutes to drain off whatever is not needed.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the whole thing is my brother's doing that essentially zero carb diet, so I'm trying to think of things that he could eat.
Right.
That are fairly simple to make. And he won't eat the avocado, but you could do the bacon and egg and just throw some cheese on top or something.
Mad metal meals.
Dude, that's not a bad idea. I make every recipe like heavy metal themed.
Yeah.
And whenever you're like stirring something, you just headbang at the same time. No.
That actually doesn't sound too bad, dude.
I watched the shit out of a metal themed fucking cooking show. Are you kidding me?
Fuck yeah, dude. Make it so. Or put that on your channel. You got a YouTube channel. Do it.
Yeah, there you go. And then you add the cilantro. Okay, don't be that bad.
I forgot. Is parsley the same, or is it just cilantro? Because they're pretty similar, or maybe they're not, but they seem similar.
I don't think I care for either of them. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've had parsley with anything. We don't use parsley as a standard.
All right. Yeah, actually, I never use it. Again, I only use the cilantro, really. And even then, a little bit goes a pretty long way. Especially because again, I chop it up incredibly fine. So the flavor's really coming out of that shit. Like, I'm not just like throwing the leaves in there. I'm cutting the leaves up to like almost a powdery kind of level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying it's not a seasoning that we've ever really used much in any of the family recipes. So I'm not against trying it. I just don't think I've really ever had it in anything.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. And not parsley, cilantro, absolutely, obviously, but
Death Metal growls, paprika. What is that? Paprika.
Yeah.
Metal plays to shake the bottle. Yeah, no. So here, Mad Metal is worried that he doesn't have a big enough kitchen. My recommendation is if you're going to do a Mad Metal Meals cooking show, you build a stone altar in your backyard that is your cooking place, like with a grill on one end and like a hot, like maybe behind a hot plate or something to cook like a single burner or two in there.
That'd be interesting.
So that you got like this crazy fucking metal fucking stone, like
surround it.
That you're cooking all the food on, like some countertop and stuff.
Surround it with like blood fountains of some kind, dude. Yeah.
Make it like super over the top. I'd watch the hell out of a show like that.
Right? Yeah, we want producers credits now if you do
it. Oh man, that would be fucking epic.
Fuck yeah, dude!
With a big metal serpent. Shit yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
hell,
like
dude.
blood, like water, like with red food coloring or whatever, just dripping out of its fangs.
Dude, Alton Brown is better fucking run for the hills because his shit ain't gonna be his show ain't gonna be shit after this.
Right, that's getting picked up by the Food Network.
I cannot see that on the Food Network, but it may be, dude.
Right.
Oh, I mean, they did take. If he's writing it down, dude. If you ever get the chance, I want to see that. That'd be glorious. Definitely let me know if you're ever making that.
I tell you what, man, that's a Kickstarter I would fucking contribute to.
Yeah, I would throw a couple of bucks in for that for sure, dude.
Yeah, get some estimates together, man. Get a Kickstarter going.
The Mad Metal Kickstarter.
Yeah, that would be fucking epic, though. Holy shit! Have it look like an altar and just again Blood fountains everywhere.
If there's any way to make it so that a bunch of crows flock down to eat like the fucking scraps that you don't need, like,
yeah,
that'd be like the cherry on top, the piece de resistance.
Yeah, that'll be on the stretch goal for the Kickstarter. All right, you pay me this much more, we'll have crows descend every time. And eat
crows descend on all the fucking extra veg and stuff that you can't use ends and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
That's interesting.
Burger. 6 of the hottest sauces cooked into the meat rather than glazed. That's not bad. That actually, cool, man.
Yeah. Although that is kind of why I like to put like the picante sauce into the actual mix when I make the burgers myself. Which because it's putting like salsa or picante sauce on a burger is pretty good too, but man, having it right in the mix, just fucking fantastic.
I would if I was going to do like a really hot spicy burger, I'd want to melt blue cheese on it. Give it like a good contrast.
Yeah, dude, I used to love I still like blue cheese dressing, or at least some types. Man, when I was a kid, though, that was all I would ever eat. Oh, yeah. Fucking blue cheese dressing.
That's weird, because that's when I like blue cheese when I was a kid, too. I don't really like it now.
Yeah, I much prefer ranch or whatever, but yeah. As a kid.
Wait, he's actually considering getting a raven as a pet, but he's got to get rid of his cats first. I'm smelling the first episode of Mad Metal Meals.
Have them fight in the fucking octagon, dude. Yeah, a raven's a pretty decent sized bird, isn't it?
They're pretty big. Yeah, they're also really smart too.
Right. Yeah. Although, yeah, against a cat, that'd be tough.
Noobs has just filled in the dumpster outside. Oh man! Just be careful. Don't fucking give any of the food to the homeless people, because then people get all upset.
Yeah,
that still gets me, dude. Like, there's places in like California where the churches and whatnot were like feeding the homeless on a regular basis, and the police were like, "No, you can't do that."
Yeah, if you do that, they're gonna just hang around, and you'll never get rid of them. Is that their fucking rationale, or what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess I don't know what the reason is, man.
No.
Raven, not pigeon. Oh, you lost in the competition? Oh, yeah, I suppose. Not everybody wants the spicy.
Yeah. Although,
I also figured like they needed to make some like really photogenic chick win or something. I think a lot of those competitions come down to who looks good in like the paper. In like a picture in the paper or on a website.
Yeah, it's not always going to be merit, dude. Fucking
what was it that show, The Voice? I'm not entirely sure how it works, but apparently people are under the impression that the winners actually get like vocal coaching from the celebrities who choose them. But that's not true. Like, the interaction they ever have with those celebrities is on the show itself.
Wow.
They get vocal coaching from just vocal coaches.
Yeah, actual vocal coaches.
Yeah, like actual just people who that's their job.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Well, also, honestly, dude, I don't think I want vocal coaching from the lead singer of Maroon 5. I'd much rather have a professional vocal coach. I'm not saying the lead singer of Maroon 5 isn't an amazing singer. He's fucking Adam Levine has a great set of pipes. But that doesn't make him qualified to teach anybody else how to sing.
Right.
Somebody who's professionally doing that and has done it for years is going to have a much better wealth of knowledge to draw on.
Right.
But then again, also, like, nobody ever gets a career out of it, because it's not really about anybody getting a career. They just want to they just need to keep fucking feeding the machine kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God! What he had: ghost chili, naga viper, habanero, chili pecan, cayenne, and palo. Yeah, you did lose. That was that might be a little too hot even for me.
Yeah, although I love the taste of cayenne pepper. God damn, I love the fucking taste of cayenne pepper.
Well, I'd still try the burger. Are you kidding me? Like, even if I only get one bite down, I'm still trying.
Yeah, it depends. Again, if it's something that's just hot to be hot, like, and it doesn't taste good, I'm kind of like, what's the point? But yeah, if it's something that's like super hot but it tastes good, I'll deal with anything, dude. I'll deal with the fucking heat. I'll just have my yogurt on standby.
Well, that's the way to go.
Yeah, apparently yogurt breaks up the capsaicin or whatever.
Any kind of dairy. What it is the fat molecules
kind of
sink underneath the oils that they're burning, the capsaicin, and separate it from your tongue. So it's essentially just sort of like blocks the capsaicin.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some cayenne. Yeah, I'm pretty much sold on the idea that I'm making hamburgers tonight. But I'm at least putting some cayenne on mine. Yeah, like I said, I got to kind of tone it down if my son's gonna eat any of this shit, because he's still incredibly fucking picky. But I can usually get away with at least the putting the picante sauce or whatever in the mix, because it's just kind of blended in with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else? Anything hot? He eats like flaming hot Cheetos, and he eats Takis. That's about as high as his flame tolerance is.
Well, a little bit of spice just helps to make the food taste more intense.
Right.
Like just a tiny bit just helps the food taste more intense and won't actually be registered spicy. But yeah, sometimes you got to be careful. Somebody's got a really sensitive palate for that.
Yeah, he's kind of working up to it, I guess. At least he can eat the fucking hot Cheetos and shit like that.
My little sister, if you have too much black pepper in a dish, it's too spicy.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, I was at least fucking like 30 years old, or in my late 20s, before I realized that some people think black pepper's hot. I've always used it, and I always, again, for the longest time, I always wondered why they called it pepper. Because all other peppers were hot. And then, so I think it was, probably my ex was like, it's too much pepper, it's too hot. I was like, what? Because again, anything I make is usually going to be pepper intensive. I love black pepper.
Well, yeah,
but did not know it was hot. I did not know anybody that was actually hot for anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never come off as hot for me, but yeah, some people.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, man. Yeah. Yeah, Mad Metal even sounds like he tapped out. My shot puppers.
Yeah.
Sorry, they just let the dogs inside. It was too hot out.
Oh man, it finally cooled off just a little bit here, so we're not in like the super hot like upper 80s anymore.
Oh yeah, that's lucky for you. That must have been tough. I think it was 100. I think it was 108 here yesterday.
Oh man, I don't think I'd survive. There'd just be like a puddle of stabby, and there'd be no more show. I don't know if anybody else knows the password to the channel anymore, so literally it might be the end.
Yeah, I definitely don't. So if Hearth doesn't, you'd have to try to get a hold of Mike or someone. Mike, right?
Get in.
Okay, go ahead.
That would actually be really funny. Yeah, because the email and the YouTube have different passwords now. So, and I think I know both of them. Well, I hope I know both of them.
Oh shit!
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, about the fucking, what was it, the Eagles, or I think it was the Eagles, the sports team, the football team that was invited to the White House as an honor.
Oh, right.
Some started talking about how they were gonna not go and protest, so they were all disinvited.
Nice.
I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Those assholes are gonna slap you in the face like that. Fucking peace out, man.
Right. Yeah, it probably is best to just have them not all come. I feel bad for the ones that would generally want to go. But Yeah, yeah. You can't really be showing up like that, dude. That's a bad idea.
It's unfortunate, but the lesser of two evils is to just say, all right, you guys are out. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah. Pretty fucking vicious, dude. Like, fuck it. All right. None of y'all are coming then.
Well, it's
And
like
you
when
guys that wanted to come, thank your punk ass teammates. Yeah, no, it's amazing, man. Like, dude, it's the White House, dude. Forget who's in there, just so you could say you went to the fucking White House in your life, dude.
exactly. Yeah, it's cool no matter what because it's the White House.
Right.
Well, it's like when Kim Jong-un started mouthing off about Trump when they were all scheduled to meet, and he was just like, "Oh, I guess I'm not going."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then
Well, fuck
pretty
you then,
quickly,
buddy.
Kim Jong-un was like making some apologies because it's like, "Oh shit, I done fucked up."
Yeah, this guy's diplomacy is a little different than the past ones.
Well, it's not pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? We're the strongest country in the world,
Yeah.
and quite frankly, that deserves a little respect.
Right. Yeah, and actually, it was one of the things that my doctor pointed out about Trump way back before he even got the nomination from the Republican Party. He was like, he knows that, he knows that sometimes you got to be willing to walk away from the table.
Yeah.
You got to walk away from the negotiating table. And that's pretty much what he's doing in these situations, dude. He's like, all right, fuck you, I'm done.
Yeah. If this is what if you're going to waste my time, then you're not getting it. Essentially.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, it's like any other sporting ceremony. Like Bad Metal says, even if you win, if your team acts shitty, they don't get invited.
Yeah.
They're not gonna present your team with the medal for whatever if you're acting a fool. I just like that Trump is putting his foot down a lot more. And I wish that other presidents had done it more.
Right. Yeah, there was a little too much diplomacy, dude. Too much ass kissing and being nice, dude. And
there's too much being nice. I don't know if there's too much diplomacy in as much as it's too one-sided.
Right.
Putting your foot down and saying, all right, that's too far is part of diplomacy.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta be like, you gotta show the teeth, You gotta be like, oh, look at this fucking, set of 6-inch claws I got going here.
Yeah. It's kind of like people being unreasonable and you catering to that. That's kind of the way things have been for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, no,
we don't need
Iran shit
to agree with us and support us. They need us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or Iraq. Yeah. We don't need Iraq to like us. They need us to not fucking kill them. So let's reapproach these negotiations with a little more respect for who just won the war, kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, not wanting to offend has neutered us for sure.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty fucking ridiculous, man. Or it was getting, I should say. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about it with the whole Eagles thing. Like, what if, let's say I was in that position and Hillary was president? Like, yeah, I think I'd still go, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand her, but
I may not respect the person, but I'm going to respect the office.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah,
okay, you're gonna hope you win the Super Bowl in a year when fucking somebody you like is in the office? Fucking assholes.
Yeah. If George Bush was in office and I hated George Bush Jr., I still would have gone because it's like,
yeah, exactly.
How many opportunities you get to meet the president, and I may hate his policies, but let's be honest, he just seemed like the kind of guy you want to fucking chill out and have a beer with.
Right. Yeah.
If that dude showed up at your barbecue, you'd be like, well, all right, come on in.
Yeah, but he should not have been in charge of a fucking country.
No, he should have been in charge of anything. He should be in charge of his own fucking diapers.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like if that dude shows up at a barbecue with a fucking 12-pack of fucking Coors, you're letting him in,
Right.
I just assume he drinks Coors. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he drinks like really expensive beer. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, we should probably call it.
Oh man. Yeah. Who stuck around to the end? Was it just Mad Metal?
Mad Metal Man made it.
Yeah.
I'm in that alliteration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right then.
All right.
Yeah, it was Mad Metal.
Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back Sunday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Be there
or be square.
Right. Bye-bye.